Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Raluca. This video is going to be a quick get ready with me for going out on a random Friday. I'm currently in my hometown. In the background you can see my room as a teenager. I have some posters on the wardrobe. Before we jump into the tutorial, I want to kindly ask you guys to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. And yeah, let's get started. I already have my face moisturized, so I consider that it's primed. So I'm going to go straight into foundation. The foundation that I'm going to use today is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Kind of my favorite from the drugstore. I use it very often. So I apply like a pump and a half on my entire face. And now I'll use my sponge to blend it. I'm just bouncing the sponge all over my face. I don't really know what I'm going to do today. I'm just going with the flow. This foundation is like kind of a medium coverage, so you can still see my spots, but I'm going to conceal them. I prefer to conceal the spots rather than using a full coverage foundation and looking very cakey. For concealer, I feel like you know at this point what I'm going to use. It's my Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser. I'm going to use the shades Brightener topped by Neutralizer. They work really well together to cancel out the dark circles. So I'm first going to apply the Brightener shade, which is like a peachy pink tone concealer. I'm again using my sponge to blend it. And then on top of it, I'm going to use the shade Neutralizer, which is a yellow toned concealer, and it's slightly lighter than my skin tone, so it will brighten up my under eye. I'm applying it on my eyelid as well to prime for eyeshadow. And again, I'm using my sponge. On this spot here, I'm going to use a shade that's kind of my foundation shade, which is the shade Light in the same Instant Anti-Age Concealer. And I'm just applying a little bit and then gently tapping it to blend. I'm trying not to move the product. Next, I need to set this in place, and I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Powder. First, I'm going to make sure there are no creases on my under eye. And I'm going to take a little bit of powder on a eyeshadow blending brush. This is the Makeup Addiction Dual Fiber Blender. I'm tapping off the excess. And then tapping on my under eye to set it. Try to either squeeze your eyes so you stretch those fine lines, or you can look up again to stretch your under eyes, so you can get into those little lines to make sure that it's really well set in place. I'm going to set my eyelid as well. Then I'm going to switch to a large powder brush and powder my entire face. Again, I'm going to dust off the excess from my brush because I really don't need much. And again, by tapping, I'm going to set my entire face. I'm trying not to move the product, so I'm not swirling the brush around. Now I want to bronze up my skin a little bit, so I'm going to use my Highlight and Contour Pro Palette by NYX. And I'm going to mix these shades in the middle. And apply this to my cheekbones, my jawline, my temples, my forehead, and a little bit underneath of my nose. For blush today, I'm going to use the Sigma Blush Cheek palette. Again, I'm going to mix two shades. I'm dusting off the excess from the brush and applying the blush kind of above my bronzer slash contour and keeping it kind of away from the center of my face. I'm taking the powder brush to remove this excess because I applied a little bit too much. For highlighter, I'm going to use again my favorite, the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. And I'm applying it on my cheekbones, my chin, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my forehead. And as a last step for my face makeup, I'm going to use a setting spray. But today I'm going to take the MAC Fix Plus. I feel like this is very suitable for dry skin. It kind of brings back that natural skin glow, and I kind of need that these days. I don't know why, I feel like my face has been a little bit more dehydrated than usual. That's everything for the face makeup. Now I'm going to move on to the eyebrows, and I'm going to use my Benefit Goof Proof pencil. This is kind of a thicker pencil. This is not really my type of a product, but it's quite quick, and I don't know, I don't feel like I want to spend 20 minutes to do my eyebrows today, so I'm going to use this. But first I'm going to brush them up. By the way, I'm using the shade 3.5 in this Goof Proof pencil. I'm going to use the thin part of the pencil to draw some hair strokes in the front of my brow. And then I'm going to fill in, mainly concentrating at the tail. As I move on to the front of my brow, I apply a little bit less pressure on the pencil, so it won't come out as dark. And again, I'm going to use a spoolie to blend this, to make it look more faded. And now to set the brows in place, I'm going to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This really holds the hairs. On my eyes today I'm going to use the Masquerade by Juvia's Place, and I don't know, I really want to use this shade right here. It's kind of a sparkly yellow. Did I say yellow? This is an orange. So I'm going to take this shade on a Morphe M507 brush. I'm dusting off the excess from the brush. And I'm applying it, I think I want to do a halo eye today, so I'm applying it on the outer corner, on the inner corner, and then kind of fade this into my crease. I'm going to leave the center bare to get that halo effect. I'm going to take a clean brush and blend the edges a little bit, and I'm going to apply it all over my lower lash line as well. And again, I'll take the blending brush to kind of fade the edges. In the center of my eyelid, I'm going to apply this goldenish shade. This is a shimmer shade, and it's going to go right in the middle where we left the space bare, and I'll try fading it into the inner and outer corner by applying less pressure on the brush. I'm going to take the Morphe brush again with no additional product on it and just fade the edges. I'll take this lightest shimmer of the palette to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. I'm using a small detail brush, and I'm going to apply a little bit just in the center of this halo to really make it pop. I think I'm going to add a wing liner as well, because with these light colors my eye isn't very defined. So I'm going to use my Wet n Wild HGO Proof liner, and I'm going to start by drawing a line in the corner of my eye. This line is kind of pointing towards the tail of my brow, and then with the eyes open I'm going to connect this line to my eyelid. I'm keeping my eyes open so I can see how the liner will look, and I will kind of go over these foldings that my eye creates. Next step is going to be mascara, but first I'm going to curl my lashes. Lately I kind of enjoy applying these two mascaras together. I like volume in my lashes, and this ABH mascara is giving me volume, but it's a little bit too clumpy for my taste. So I first apply this Maybelline mascara. This kind of separates the lashes and gives them a little bit of length. And I feel like what this does as a first step to the ABH mascara, it kind of gives a pattern, let's say. It's telling the ABH mascara like, this is the pattern that you need to follow. So it separates the lashes, and then the ABH mascara will only give a little bit of volume, but it's going to follow this separation that the Maybelline mascara did. So now I'm following up with the ABH mascara. See, like they look voluminous, but kind of not that clumped at the same time. I'm going to finish off this look by doing my lips because they look really pale at this moment. And I'm first going to line them using my Boysenberry's lip pencil. This is in the shade Butter Nude. And I'm overlaying a little bit, mainly in the center of my mouth. I'm applying this all over the lip. In the center of my lip I'm going to apply this Too Faced Sweet Peach lip gloss. And this is the look all complete. I hope you like it. The eyeshadow was really simple. I only used 2 shadows. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I want to thank you so much for watching. I wish you have an awesome day, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!